Hey students, how are you all? It's so nice to see you, and I would like to welcome you to IMST online classes. Okay, in this video we're going to study about a very known phenomenon, that is heat. Okay, I'm sure you must be quite eager to know what is heat. Okay, so be ready. So where to start? Well, what better example can be taken than the climate? Well, mostly you see during summer you feel quite very hot, right? So you say that the climate is very hot or you're feeling very hot. So what does that actually mean? What does that hotness mean? Okay, or simply if you take another example, when you're down with fever or when you're suffering from fever, if you touch your body, okay, or if you touch someone who's suffering from fever, if you touch their body, you feel that their body is quite hot, right, than normal. It is quite hot. So what does this mean, right? Suppose most of the people, they have a habit of drinking tea or milk in the morning, in the early morning. So suppose that tea or the milk is given in a cup, and the cup is quite hot, it is quite hot milk is given. So can you hold the cup with your hands, with your bare hands? Well, probably no, right? We can't hold it because it will be quite very hot. Similarly, if suppose you take ice cream bar, okay? Suppose let's take an ice cream bar. Now, can you hold the ice cream bar with both your hands? Well, if you first touch it, you will feel it is very cold, right? But we can't hold it for a much longer time. Our hands will start to pain. So, we can't touch any hot object for a much longer time, or we can't touch a cold object. Why is that? So what is this? What is this has to do with our topic, heat? Okay. So that is what we are going to study in this video about heat. For example, let us consider that. Let us consider a object. Let us consider a glass of water. Okay. Suppose it is a glass of water. Okay. This is not hot water or neither from the refrigerator, it's just a normal water. So that water is quite normal, right? So you feel it is quite normal. Now let's again take back to the example when someone is suffering from fever, right? So they say that the person is suffering, the temperature is around 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, so the temperature is around 100 degree. Okay, then climate. Suppose if you take about climates, if it is during summer, generally news you will see it is given that some cities the temperature has gone above 40 degree, above 50 degree. Okay, so what? How do they measure about that? What is how hot that does it mean? For example, if during winter season, do you feel hot outside? No. You feel what do you feel? You feel actually a little bit of cold during winter. But although there is no hot, still we can't remain outside without proper clothing. We need proper clothing, like we need a blanket or we need a sweater. So okay, now let's move back to the example. Suppose there is a glass of water, okay, and again we take a cup of tea or coffee. Okay, then we can take an ice cream bar. Okay, so here we have three things. We have a cup of tea or coffee, we have a glass of water, and we have ice cream bar. So according to you, if you touch individually, you can say that the ice cream bar it feels cold, right? The water it is quite normal, and the tea or the coffee is generally hot. Okay. From this example, we can say that ice cream is quite cold, right? Or you can say it is coldest. Water, if you take this as just water, it is normal. Cup of tea and coffee, it is generally hot. So out of this, you can say the cup of tea or coffee is the hottest. It is ice cream is quite less hot. Water is quite less hot. That is normal. Ice cream isn't hot at all. It is quite coldest. right? Are you sure? Okay, so let it be. Now, if you bring another one object, okay, let's in a container, if you take another one object, that is boiling water. Boiling water. Now, boiling water is quite hot, right? So, which one will be more hot? Boiling water or cup of tea and coffee? Well, the answer is boiling water. It is more hot than the cup of tea and coffee, but we have taken it to be the hottest. This boiling water is even more hot than our hottest thing. So, there needs to be a precise measurement which we need to measure how hot an object can be. Okay? So, let's see how we can measure how hot an object can be. So, let's recall the same example when someone is down with temperature, someone is down with fever. Okay, so when someone is suffering from fever, we can say by touching their body that the body is quite little bit of hot or quite more hot, and the person is suffering from fever. But can we say exactly how much fever he is suffering from? We can't, right? So to do that, we need to visit the doctor. When we visit to the doctors, what they do? They say that the person is suffering from 100 degree. The body is 100 degree hot. So what does this mean? Okay. So how can we precisely measure the hotness of a body? Okay. So we measure by a quantity called temperature. Okay. Temperature. So what is temperature? Temperature, okay, it is the measure of degree of hotness of a substance. Okay, so temperature is the measure of degree of hotness of a substance. Understood? Good. So understood what is temperature? It is the measure of degree of hotness or coldness, hotness of a substance. So we can say that 100 degree, if a substance has a temperature of 100 degree, then it is more hot from a substance which has a temperature more hot than a substance which has temperature 98 degree. Okay, the temperature is more. We can say, so let's consider between a cup of tea, okay, or a cup of coffee and cold drinks. Okay, so between these two, which one is more hot? Obviously, the cup of coffee will be more hot. If the cup of coffee is more hot, so likely the temperature of the cup of coffee is more than the temperature of the cold drinks. Understood? Now, let's move back to the same example where we took cup of coffee or tea, or you can take milk. Then we took glass of water or an ice cream. Okay? Now, and again we took boiling water. Boiling water. So let us consider, okay, the temperature of boiling water is T1. The temperature of the coffee be T2. The temperature of glass of water be T3, and the temperature of ice cream be T4. So between these four, we know that the boiling water is more hot than cup of coffee, then glass of water, and at last it will come to the ice cream bar. So we can write that T4 is much greater than how much? Sorry, T1 is much greater than T3, greater than T2, that is greater than T3, and which is greater than T4. Right? So since the boiling water is more hot than a cup of coffee, we can say T1 is greater than T2. Similarly, T2 is greater than T3 and T3 is greater than T4, right? So this is how precisely the temperature of an object is measured. Okay. Now, to measure anything, we need some units, right? So why there is a need for a unit? What do you think? Why there is a need to measure for a unit? Well, let me give another example. Suppose someone is suffering from fever, and the doctor says that the person is suffering from around the body of the person is at a temperature of 100 degree, and you might have read somewhere that the boiling point of water is 100 degree, right? The boiling point of water is 100 degree, and if suppose someone is suffering from fever, then the temperature sometimes it is said to be as 100 degree. So what do you think? Is both the things are same, right? Means at this case, at that point, that body temperature of the person is equal to that of the boiling point of water or boiled water. No, right? If you we can touch the person suffering from fever. Okay, even if he is suffering from 100 degree, we can touch the person, but we can't touch boiling water or we will get burned severely. So what we can say? There is some difference, right? And that difference is given by the units. Okay. So recall, suppose we want to measure the length. You need some scales, right, to measure the length. If you want to measure length, either you will measure in centimeter or in meter or in kilometer, right? Similarly, for temperature also, different scales exist. Okay. So what are the different scales? Different scales of temperature. Okay, so there are three different scales of temperature. First is Celsius, next is Fahrenheit, and another is Kelvin. Three different scales of temperature exist: Celsius, Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. Okay. So there are three different scales to measure the temperature. Celsius, it is also called as centigrade scale. It is represented as degree C. Okay. Fahrenheit, it is represented as degree F. Kelvin, it is represented as capital K. Okay. There are three different scales to measure the temperature. Okay. So let's try to understand how temperatures are measured in these three different types of scales. Okay. So first is we need to know how different scales are measured. There are basically 2 points. 2 points based on which this marks the minimum maximum marks. Okay, the limits of the temperature is set. That is ice point, okay, and steam point. Ice point and steam point. So what is ice point? Ice point is actually the temperature at which the water converts into ice. Okay, water converts into ice. It is also called as freezing point. Freezing point of water. Okay, and steam point. Steam point, it is the temperature at which water converts into steam. It is called as boiling point of water. Okay, so based on these 2 points, different scales are used. Okay, so let's see how different scales are used. First, we'd like to know about the Celsius scale. Okay, first is Celsius scale. This Celsius scale, this scale was actually invented by a Swedish astronomer. Okay, it was invented by a Swedish astronomer. We know Swedish means the person was living in Sweden. So Swedish astronomer, and the name is Anders Celsius. Okay, so based on this name, the scale was given to be as degree Celsius or Celsius scale. It is sometimes also called as degree centigrade. Both are same. Okay, for in Celsius scale, the ice point. Okay, the ice point is 0 degree Celsius. What he did under Celsius, he fixed that the point at which water converts into ice, that temperature is 0. That temperature is 0 degree Celsius. And steam point, he made the steam point as 100 degree Celsius. Okay, so Celsius, he made the scale in such a way that the steam point was at 100 degrees Celsius. That means the temperature at which water converts into steam in degree Celsius is 100 degree Celsius. Okay, so basically the temperature is measured using an instrument called thermometer. Okay, so this is about Celsius scale. Next, let's see about Fahrenheit scale. Okay, next scale. Next scale is Fahrenheit, right? Fahrenheit scale, that is written as degree F. Okay, Fahrenheit scale was given by the scientist of the same name. Okay, that is Daniel G. Fahrenheit. Okay, Daniel G. Fahrenheit, who was born in Poland but by birth is actually a German physicist. Okay? By a German physicist, this scale, Fahrenheit scale, was given, and what he did some other calculations so that it would be easier. He made, his calculation was, he kept the ice point, the ice point at 35 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, and the steam point at 212 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, 212 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, so this is what he did here. He made a separate scale to measure temperature, and in this scale, the measurement was like this. The ice point was at 35 degree Fahrenheit, and the steam point was at 212 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, so let's see, means how the Celsius scale was different from the Fahrenheit scale. So the relation, what we can say, so relation between degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. Okay, so are you guys ready? Now we know that the ice point, degree Celsius, and here it is degree Fahrenheit. So the ice point in degree Celsius is 0 degree, here it is 35 degree. Okay, steam point, here it is 100 degree, it is 212 degree. Similarly, if you take the room temperature, which is the normal temperature, which is supposed to be 40 or 25 degree, here in Fahrenheit it became more than 60. Okay. Similarly, the body temperature in case of degree Celsius is around 37 degree, but in case of Fahrenheit, the normal body temperature is around 98 degrees. So, what is the relationship? The relationship is quite simple. It is that Celsius by 5 equals to Fahrenheit minus 32 divided by 9. Okay, so this is the relationship between degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. Degree Celsius divided by 5 equals to Fahrenheit minus 32 by 9. So if we say that the normal body temperature of the human beings, okay, the normal body temperature of human beings, if it is 37 degree Celsius, 37 degrees Celsius, how much it will be in Fahrenheit? Let's check it out. 37 by 5 equals to F minus 32 by 9. So how much it will be? 37 by divided by 5, it is how much? 7.4, okay, equals to F minus 32 by 9, which gives us, that is, taking 9 this side, multiplying, we will get around how much? 66.6 equals to F minus 32. Okay, so that implies F is equal to 66.6 plus 32, that is 98.6. Okay, so 37 degrees Celsius is 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. So normal body temperature in terms of Celsius is 37 degree, in terms of Fahrenheit is 98.6 degree. So this is the relationship between degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. Understood? If you want, you can pause the video and you can note it down. Okay. Finally, last but not the least, okay, the Kelvin scale. Kelvin scale is also a different type of scale which is used to measure the temperature. Okay. Now, this scale is also named after a scientist. Well, it is actually named after a Scottish physicist. Okay, Scottish physicist William Thomson. Well, it is named after the Scottish physicist, or it was invented by the Scottish physicist William Thomson. Well, the question comes, if his name is William Thomson, why it is called Kelvin scale? Well, the reason is because he was given a title. Okay, he was given a title as Lord Kelvin. It was called as Lord Kelvin. So hence the scale is called as Kelvin scale. Okay, so as per the Kelvin scale, the ice point is at a temperature of 273 Kelvin. Okay, and the steam point generally occurs at the temperature of 373 Kelvin. Okay, so the relationship is simple in case of Kelvin. Okay, the relationship is that Kelvin is equal to, okay, Celsius plus 273. Okay, degree Celsius plus 273. This is the relationship between Kelvin and degree Celsius. Okay, this is the relationship between Kelvin and degree Celsius. So you can say, what will be the normal body temperature? What will be the normal body temperature in case of Kelvin? Okay, in case of Celsius, degree Celsius, we know normal body temperature is 37 degree Celsius. So in Kelvin it will be 37 plus 273. So that how much we get? Good. 310 Kelvin. Okay, understood? So the normal body temperature in Kelvin is 310. Okay, so got it? So this is these are the different scales that is used to measure temperature. Okay, and what is temperature? Temperature is the measurement of the degree of hotness or coldness of an object. So understood? So this is about T for now. Have a nice day. Thank you.